Harry was like a superhero for them once. He was their angel, letting Prince Harry and Meghan Markle stay in his huge Los Angeles house when they left the UK. No cameras, no reporters, just a quiet place to chill. That's what everyone heard. But now, the guy who gave them a safe place might be the one causing big trouble. Not because he's mad, but because of a secret deal. See, Perry got hit with a huge $260 million lawsuit about bad stuff at work. And Meghan, she didn't say anything to help him. She stayed quiet. That silence might have started something risky in a secret agreement they had. Tyler Perry was one of the big stars who stood up for Harry and Meghan after their Oprah interview. He gave them a house, a private jet, and a way to start over. But now, with serious problems for Perry, Harry and Meghan aren't saying a word. Harry once told Anderson Cooper, "Not talking is like betraying someone." The Sussexes always said they were all about being honest. They left the royal family for freedom, healing, and to tell the truth. But now people are questioning that story. If Tyler Perry has what some people say, emails, voice messages, planning calls, their perfect image might just be a big act. Let's go back a bit. When Harry and Meghan first came to the US, it wasn't Netflix or Spotify that kept them going. It was Tyler Perry. He gave them a mansion, security, and a cool Hollywood vibe. In return, they gave him something special, the title of godfather to their daughter, Lilibet. But here's where it gets weird. There was no official ceremony, no clear details, and the palace never confirmed it. They just mentioned it in their Netflix show. Some people wondered back then, but now everyone's asking, was it real or just for show? When Perry's lawsuit hit, Meghan went super quiet. She deleted posts, erased mentions of him, and took down photos. One day, Perry was a huge part of their new life. The next, total silence. And that silence might have broken a secret deal they had. People close to this say Perry and the Sussexes had a private agreement. But it had a catch. If they cut him off publicly, he could talk. Meghan's deleting stuff might have set that off. If Perry talks, it won't be small stuff. They say he's got proof, real stuff like recordings from when they planned their Netflix deal, private chats and messages. Stuff that shows their story wasn't just real feelings. It was planned and made to make people feel sorry for them and make money. If you've watched Meghan and Harry's journey, you know the drill. Emotional interviews, teary moments, and perfectly timed news. When Perry's trouble started, what did Meghan do? She posted happy blog stuff, shared dreamy photos with wine and soft filters. It's like a playbook. Control the story, change what people talk about. But this time, it's not working. People aren't falling for it. Hashtags like #TylerKnowsAll are going wild online. Even their big fans are starting to question everything. One viral tweet nailed it. "We supported Meghan when it counted, but if this was fake, we got played." That's the real sting. If Perry says the Godfather title was fake, or just a publicity move, it means even their kid's story was part of the act. Sticking by someone important can keep you safe. If Harry and Meghan had supported Perry, others might have too. But their silence feels like they're only looking out for themselves. And it gets bigger. If those recordings show their Netflix stuff was all planned out, that interviews were scripted for drama, it's not just bad press, it's a total trust crash. Their deals, their influence, their fans' sympathy, it all depends on seeming real. And Perry might be the one ready to cut that apart. Behind the scenes in Montecito, things weren't as calm as they seemed. While people saw them sipping tea and talking about healing, insiders saw something else. A big plan being built. Tyler Perry wasn't just a buddy with a house. He was in their close group, hearing private calls, personal meltdowns, and big decisions. Now, the guy they trusted with everything might spill how it all really went down. It wasn't just about a place to stay. Perry was there for some of their biggest moments. People say he heard talks about media deals, helped them plan what to say, and even gave tips on making their royal exit sound super emotional. Emails went back and forth, voice notes were shared, late-night calls were full of fears and big branding ideas. If any of that goes public, it'll prove what some have whispered. This wasn't just escaping, it was a big rebrand from royals to celebrities. And the Godfather thing? When Perry was named Lilibet's godfather, it was supposed to be cute, like choosing family. But there's no proof. No photos, no ceremony, nothing official. It was just something they said. Back then, people didn't make a fuss. Now it feels like maybe it was just for publicity. Perry's staying super quiet. His team's getting tons of offers for interviews and book deals. 3 big media companies are fighting for the first scoop. And they don't want fluff. They want real proof, like documents that make headlines stick forever. Lawyers say if Perry talks and shows stuff that doesn't match their Netflix story, it could lead to big legal trouble, like breaking contracts or even fraud claims. All eyes are on Harry's sudden UK trip. No cameras, no big statements. He just left, alone. Some say he met royal advisors. Others think he talked to lawyers. The timing's no accident. You don't leave California when your image is in trouble unless you're trying to fix it quietly. Meghan stayed back, posting perfect pictures and happy mom content to shift the focus. But the internet's not buying it. Every new post gets side-eye. Every photo feels fake. Even their biggest fans are pausing. Because if this was all a big trick, if the tears, the pain, the family drama was planned, the fallout won't just be bad. It'll last forever. The scariest part? Perry knows the real stuff. Not literally, but he was there for their private fears and biggest plans. He doesn't need to make stuff up to hurt them. He just needs to tell the truth. And now it looks like he's free to do it. He's not their quiet protector anymore. He's the guy holding the spark that could burn their whole story down. One interview, one leaked message, one email could wreck everything they've built. If that happens, there's no fixing it. Meghan and Harry always controlled their story. They turned every tough moment into a big talk, every private bit into a public story. But this time, they're not in charge. Tyler Perry, who used to help them quietly, now holds all the power. The longer he stays quiet, the more people listen. Social media is going crazy. Hashtags like #LilibetTruth and #TylerKnowsAll are huge. People are rewatching old interviews, checking timelines, and questioning everything from birth records to Netflix edits. People aren't mad because they tried to shape their story. Everyone gets that. What's making people upset is the idea that they sold a fake, real story as their brand. Behind the scenes, Meghan's team is trying to calm things down, talking to media to make the story softer. But for every nice headline, 10 more question their whole image. Now, people are even wondering about Lilibet's birth. Why no hospital proof? Why was the announcement so quick and unclear? If Perry says he was never really godfather, what does that mean for everything else? Hollywood's paying attention too. Meghan's image as a do-gooder and Harry's work for mental health depend on people trusting them. If that trust breaks, deals and invites disappear. Brands that love honesty don't want fake drama. Lawyers are ready too. If Perry's proof shows they faked storylines or made money off lies, Netflix and Spotify might rethink their deals. That could mean canceled shows or big lawsuits. It's not just gossip anymore, it's about business, reputation, and legal stuff. But the worst part is personal. Harry and Meghan's story wasn't just about unfair treatment. It was about pain, surviving tough royals, facing racism, and healing old wounds. If that story was made bigger on purpose, it doesn't just make them look sneaky. It hurts people who believed in them. It turns real feelings into doubt. That kind of betrayal hits hard. Tyler Perry hasn't said anything yet, but people close to him say he's not just sitting on secrets. He's organizing them, checking old files, talking to lawyers, deciding whether to spill it all or stay quiet. While Meghan and Harry try to fix things, Perry holds the key. He's not some gossip. He's a big-time filmmaker, a serious name. If he talks, everyone will listen. This isn't just a publicity mess. It's a moment where their image faces the truth, and only one can win. Meghan and Harry bet everything on their story. But when you lean too hard on a narrative, you forget one big rule. Proof doesn't lie, and Tyler Perry's got it.